This is a walkthrough for Éponine la Duelliste, a rigged woman character for Blender. You can see what's included with the download, and I'll share some tips and tricks to get you up and running. Her main outfit is a Victorian-inspired dress that comes with a rapier that has special effects. She has a set of sleepwear and 2 hairstyles. Éponine has a modular design approach, so all of her clothing and hair are interchangeable with any of my other characters that have a female A body type. And there are color adjustments for just about everything. She also comes with 86 facial expressions, 29 hand poses, and 24 body poses saved in a pose library, which makes setting up animations or renderings a lot easier and faster. And for those with the technical know-how, she has blend shapes set up for live link face and VR chat. Éponine comes with 2 zip files. There is an extras and a blender. Inside the blender zip, there is the main Blender file. There is a FAQ, which covers the same information we'll cover in this video. There is a textures folder. Make sure you put this texture folder inside the same place as the Blender file. And there is a rig tools add-on. This is the free version of the AutoRig Pro plugin. Use this to get all the features for the rig. The rig will work for the most part without it, but install this to get all the extra nice goodies. Inside the extras zip, these are the file exports. We have FBX, GLTF, and OBJ. Inside the FBX folder, there is an Éponine main plus face. So this is the main body mesh, most of the clothing, a full body rig, and a full face rig. This one here, Éponine main, same thing, but it's got a simplified face rig. Keep in mind, these two are made with Unreal Engine in mind, so all the bone counts match what Unreal requires. And this is the same process I use when I make Unreal models. Here we have the Rapier with its own rig and mesh. And same thing for the hair, dress, the Victorian choker, and the ribbon. GLTF, this is all laid out the same way. And the OBJ, these don't have any rigs, it's just meshes. And wherever you send these files to, you will have to reattach the textures, which you can find inside the Blender textures folder. When you open your file, it should look like this. If it's all pink, that means the textures got lost. Make sure you put the textures folder in the same location as the Blender file. If it still loses it, then you can reattach them. Go to File, External Data, find Missing Files, and navigate to where the textures folder is, open that up, and click Find Missing Files. It should reattach all the textures. This character has a rig made by the paid add-on AutoRig Pro, but it comes with a free version of the plugin so you can use all the rig features. You can install that by going to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons right here, click Install, navigate to where this rig tools is, click that and click Install Add-on, and then you should see AutoRig Pro Tools. Enable that, and the rig is enabled. To make sure it's working, you can toggle overlays here so you can see the rig. If you don't see these colors here, you can hit grab your rig and hit Control Tab to enable it. And then say grab the hand, click on Tools, and if you see Snap IKFK, that means the add-on installed correctly. This rig has a lot of cool features, so if you click the various bones, you'll see different functions. So for example, if you click the hand, by default, if you hit G, it moves the arm in IK mode. If you click Snap IKFK, it switches to FK, where you have to rotate parts of the arm separately. Let's put that back. It also has a cool little finger grasp auto thing here, so you can grab that and it moves the whole hand. Or it has things like elbow pinning, where you can click that, and then when you move the hand, the elbow stays in place like that. So just click around the various bones and see like the different things it has. You can go to the AutoRig Pro website, and it'll tell you about all the details of this rig. Because of the modular design approach, it makes posing the character a little bit more difficult, so let's talk about that. If you Control Tab, grab this, your rig, and hit Control Tab. If you go over to the Object Data Properties and look under Skeleton, you can see it has a primary layer here, secondary layer here, and a hidden layer here. So the primary layer moves the basic movements like rotating the head or moving the arms and legs. Secondary does things like moving arms, kind of bending them. And this is useful for hyperextension. You can grab that and reduce some of that tension. And it has a hidden mode where it hides all the bones except for the halo. The hair has its own rig, so if you click on this little halo here, hit Control Tab, you'll go into hair mode. And so the hair is very complicated, so I put it in separate layers. This first layer has the front hair controls, left and right. The second one has the mid layer, left and right. This one has the back, left and right, and this one here has the back, center. And the way these work is if you click this little sphere thing here, you'll move all the hair at once. And if you click on one of these large shapes on the bottom and hit G, you'll move a whole string of hair. And then if you click on these small circles, you'll kind of bend that string of hair. So it's a lot of it's a lot of detail, but you can make it as complicated or as simple as you like. There's also this layer here, which only shows the halo. This is the hidden mode, so it does show this one, but it only has that one there, so it's a little bit cleaner. And the dress has its own rig. The dress is even more complicated than the hair. So you can see we have a front set of bones for the front, I guess, folds of the dress. Then these go further back. And each next layer control has bones that go even further back. So there's a lot of control on this dress. But I tried to make it as simple to use as possible. And this too has a halo. So let me explain the halo. Another way of working is you can actually select all three rigs at the same time and hit Control Tab. So they're all active at the same time, which is nice because you don't have to Control Tab out. You can move the dress, you can move the hand, all without Control Tabbing out. But it can be a lot of bones on screen at one time. So to make it easier for you to pick through this mass of bones, you can click, say, the halo for the dress. Click on the hide, where it shows only this halo, and all the bones for the dress disappear. This way you can kind of clean things up while you're posing, say, the body or the hair, and then turn them back on when you want to pose the dress. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it makes it a little bit easier for you. This is my favorite part. It's the rapier. I spent way too long making this, but it's pretty fun to make. So by default, the rapier is parented to the hand. So when you move the hand, the rapier follows. There is a second rapier for the other hand. Yeah, this one too. And you can go into the pose library if the hand is not gripping the sword properly. You can go to the right hand rapier and click that, and it'll hold it better. The rapier also has its own rig, so you can, if you grab some of these bones here, make sure you're in local mode and individual transform pivots. You could make the blade kind of bend, like if you're like slashing really fast, it could bend or something. It also has special effects, so by default the blade is kind of turned off. You can grab that, hit Alt G, and it turns this glow effect on. Sorry, it doesn't animate, it just glows. It's also got different stances, so you can grab, say, lunge stance, GY1, and she kind of stands up. And it's got special effects. You can like grab this, GY1, and it kind of like shoots out longer. Could be very useful in a sword fight. Or it's got like other effects like this here. It's like a slashing effect. So kind of mess around. It's got different effects, different stances. A ton of fun to make, and I hope you have fun using it. Most, if not all, the meshes have some form of color adjustability. So you can, let's walk through one of them. They're all organized basically the same way. So we'll grab the dress here, and the dress is actually complicated. It has 3 materials, but this top one here is the main dress. These are for the flower. So grab the main, grab the dress, grab the main dress material, and if you zoom way out, you'll see usually in the upper left-hand corner, I'll have a group, and this is the main color adjustability. So what you can do is, and there's usually a mix node somewhere, so if you drag that mix node, you can switch between whatever you have plugged in. I have black and blue plugged in, and you can plug in the other colors and see what they look like. So this is a kind of a white silver, this is like a pink, and these little nodes here are color adjustments, so you can expand those and tweak the colors to your liking, to however you want. So it's lots of adjustability. You can see the skin done the same way. Upper left, you can just slide around or plug different things in. So lots and lots of color adjustability. This character has a modular design approach, so that means that the clothing and hair are all cross-compatible with other characters with the female A body type. You can check it if you see a prefix that says female A, so if you grab the body and jump to it, this has fem A, it's fem A too, but fem A, that's a female A body for Éponine. So if you have another character that has a female A in the prefix, then that character's clothes will work with this character too. So here we have Annika for Blender, and if we grab her body and jump to it, you can see she also has a female A body, and so this clothes is compatible. So let's try it. So to import clothes, grab the clothes in question and go to the modifiers right here, this little wrench, and click this X to get rid of the link to the rig. And then with the clothing still selected, hit Alt P and clear parent. Then hit Control C to copy and switch back to Éponine. Let's reduce that and make a new collection by right-clicking and new collection. Click on that and hit Control V. And it should drop in just like that. Then just click on the shirt so it's yellow like that. Click on Object Data Properties right here. Click on this eyedropper and click on the character Éponine's rig. And it should be attached so we can test it. Grab the, say, hand here and hit G. Okay, now it's following. You will also get this problem if you grab the rig without going into rig mode and you move it. Clothing stays in place. So grab the new clothes, shift click the rig, Control P with empty groups, and now it sticks to the rig by not in pose mode, and still works in pose mode. Okay, and that's how it works. When you paste in clothes, sometimes this will happen, which is like, what's going on? Immediately hit slash, which is on the lower right hand side of your computer. So everything goes away except for what you just pasted. Zoom in, control left drag, and unselect the shirt. Or you can go to the outliner, look for what has this little wrench, and control click it twice until it unselects. And then hit delete and make sure everything goes away except for the shirt mesh. And then you can continue as before. Hit slash to bring everything back and do all that stuff. Hair is also cross-compatible, so you can grab a hair mesh. If it's more than one mesh, you can go to the outliner, hit number pad period, and it'll jump to where that hair is. Then just control click or shift click and grab all the pieces of the hair. You also want to grab the rig, so if you look, oh, there's more. Grab these two. This hair has lots of pieces. And then you want to grab the rig. So this is the hair rig. Grab that. And you can hit G just to make sure you've got everything. And it looks like you do. And then hit Control C. Let's go back to our Éponine character and let's actually hide her current hair. So we can do that. Go to our new temporary collection here and Control V. You should see a whole bunch of extra stuff you don't want. Hit slash immediately like that so everything else goes away. And then you can shift left drag to deselect the hair and deselect the halo. X and delete, and everything should go away except for the parts you need. You can grab the hair here, number pad period, and you should see all the hair meshes plus the rig. These you actually still need, so just hide those. Bring everything back. Grab your hair rig here, hit the eyedropper, and click on Éponine's rig. And it should just hook up. If this head X does not appear, you can either start typing C_HEAD to click it, or you can grab the rig here, click on the halo, click it, go to bone. You can find a name here, Control C, tab out, grab the hair rig, go to the constraints, and then click this and hit Control V. But it should snap automatically to the same bone. Then you can grab the body here, Control Tab to go into pose mode, hit R twice, and the hair should follow. Okay. Also keep in mind the dress or any item that has a rig with it. So this pendant has a rig with it. The dress has a rig with it. Anything like that will be needs to be imported the same way as the hair. That is it. I hope that gave you a good head start on creating with Éponine. And if you make something cool, send it my way. I'll post it on my Instagram. I'd love to see what people create with these characters. So hope to see cool stuff soon, and thanks for listening.